That even happen? How did that even happen? Horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Okay, we're back. She's gonna come right back in right now. I don't even know. Oh my God, that means the whole entire interview just got erased. What the heck, man? Holy cow. Yo, this internet thing is crazy. I cannot believe that whole entire interview just got erased. That is crazy, ridiculous, insane. We're going to bring it back. How did that whole interview?
Get out of here, Todd.
I think that interview like literally just got erased.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Then you got to bring me back on.
Of course. All right, hold on. How
You
many
know, we were.
people want us to a little bit redo this interview right now? Cheryl, you up for it?
I'm up for it if you are.
You guys up for this interview again? Cause I'm down. This is crazy. I can't believe this damn internet. What
You know,
happened?
we were
That,
talking a lot of fire. We was talking a lot of real stuff. So when you're talking real stuff, things just happen to disappear.
that's
They don't like
crazy.
it.
That is
You know.
crazy. All right, so this is take two. Okay.
Okay.
This is what's going on. This is Todd Wharton. We are on FaceTime with Todd Wharton. I'm on with the legendary Cheryl the Pearl from the main legendary group from Sugar Hill Records back in the day, The Sequence. We were going for 40 minutes on an amazing interview, and I don't even know what happened, but Instagram was like, video finished, and nobody touched nothing. And my internet's fine, hers is fine, so this is the problem
Right.
with technology. You live by technology, you die by technology. So welcome back. Cheryl, of course, it's great to have you. We were
Sure.
recapping on the group. We were talking about Funk You Up. We were all jamming to it, which was crazy. Just can't believe that, man. That's crazy. I can't believe that just got erased.
It
Anyway,
happens. We were talking about some real shit here.
we
So
were
when you
talking
talk
about
about
a lot of real shit. Now I can't even like put it up.
start talking real stuff, they find a way to get rid of that. They don't want people to know the truth. They don't want people to be uplifted and encouraged in any kind of way. They don't want you telling people what to do. They want you to leave them alone and let them live in their sadness. But we're not those type of people. We come to talk real talk, and so if they erase that, that's somebody in their system.
I think I know what happened because Diamond from EPMD just said it. We were playing your song, and obviously there's copyright in there. I got a feeling that Instagram, because we played it for so long, a copyright thing popped up and shut it down.
Could have. Could
That's
have
messed
been.
up. You guys
Could
better
have been.
recognize that there's no copyright because I'm sitting here with one of the artists. You guys
I
crazy.
Me and my girls wrote it, so it's ours.
Haters, man. All right, so
Myself.
we're getting back into this because Instagram, I'm about to funk you up. I'm telling you, messed up, messing with my interview with Cheryl. So let's
So
go. Let's rewind because there's a lot of new people on here. And guys,
if
thank you. Welcome back. We're on with Cheryl the Pearl from the Sequence. This is take two. Instagram shut us down because we were having too much fun with Funk You Up.
there
So
you go.
let's get
There you
back
go.
to it. So we were
Yeah,
talking about 1978, 79. You were
yeah,
rocking with the Sequence. You became the first hip hop group, seriously, with funk,
yeah.
soul, R&B,
All
with Sugar Hill Records, and you were performing with Gwendolyn and Angie Stone. And we were talking about how you guys pretty much met in high school. You know, Angie's aunt lived next to you, which is pretty amazing. Um,
right, Miss
and
Tara.
yeah, and so why don't we do this? Tell us about some of your great experiences with Sequence, some of your great concerts that you had that were just memorable?
We were booked in Indianapolis, and we had another show in Tennessee. We had a day and night show in Indianapolis, and they
Right.
had to fly us to Tennessee, which the Gap Band and uh, Cameo, those type of groups were on this particular show. But
Hmm.
Funk You Up was on fire. So they didn't realize they had made this booking and that this audience in Tennessee is waiting for the sequence. And they not letting it's not going to be a nice night if the sequence don't show up.
Right.
So they flew us in and said, okay, what we will do is fly them in and get them back. We did the day show in Indianapolis. Then the night show, they would get us back in time to be able to get on the stage there as well.
Hmm.
So they had these little jets they put us in, and I was very uncomfortable. Did not feel like, the wind gonna hit it, it's gonna break up or something. But we got there. We were already dressed, just touch up, makeup and stuff, and ready to go on stage. The band went out. The guy told us we had 15 minutes, and we were like, we're gonna need more than 15 minutes. So, you can't time this type of thing.
Right.
And so, well, if you don't take the 15, I'm gonna give you 10. He was really nasty. And we looked at each other. We said, okay, it won't be like that. Okay, so the band struck up, and we went on that stage. And when I tell you, Todd, all we said was, don't you give up, keep going. And the audience, 30,000 people, started singing the song from the beginning to the end.
Wow.
And we're looking at each other like, because we had never experienced that yet. You know what I'm saying? That's the record on fire now. So they know all the lyrics to the record. So when Gwen got ready to say, my name is Gwen, but they call me Blondie, it was like a whoof came over the thing. We could barely hear because we had microphones. The voices that were singing our song, everybody in that place sung that song from the beginning to the end. And we were coming back with Ted Roof Off. So we was coming out of Funk You Up going into Ted Roof Off, and that they went crazy. They went crazy. And when we got to the end of Ted Roof Off, we split the crowd up. Angie had her crowd, Blondie had the center, and I had the other end. And we broke it down to two, because we had the men singing, turn this mother out, and the women saying, we don't need no music, gonna turn this mother out. We don't need no music, gonna turn this mother. The band came off the stage, just the drums up there. Turn this mother out. We don't need no music. And the drummer left, and we left. We don't need no music. And when we left out, they were still chanting that. We were in the limousine going back to the airport, and 6 to 8 blocks away, you could still hear the people in the Coliseum chanting, turn mother out, we don't need no music. And we was like, my God, they still doing it. So the next night when we had to perform with the Gap Band, they came in and said, y'all do that. And we was like, do what? He said, we had to wait a whole hour to calm those people down. And he said, we couldn't touch the stage. They would not stop singing.
That means they loved you guys. They loved you.
Yeah, and then, of course, the Gap Band became our friends too. Charlie was singing all of them. He was like, yo, man, y'all don't do that to us no more.
I know what it was. I know what it was. You mentioned before copyright shut us down, we got to redo this again. You mentioned you had a dark chocolate, you had a blondie, and you had a caramel chocolate. You had the best brownie out there, and all the brothers like, I need me a sequence brownie. That's what it was. 100 guys.
They,
It's like, we want to turn
they,
this out.
they turned that. When I tell you that is the most memorable one that that caught me and kept me. Another one was when we performed in Texas and we had the love changes and said, you make it get down on your knees sometime. And we went down on our knees, and everybody in that club was on their knees. Everybody. I looked up with the mic in my hand, talking about, oh shit, they all on their knees. Forget that the mic is in my hand because I'm caught off guard of the reaction from the people.
Wow, that's crazy.
Everybody in there was on their knees, and I'm like, whoa. The only thing I hate about that time is that we didn't have these cameras like we got them now.
Yeah.
And they didn't send a filming crew out there to catch what was actually going on.
Yeah.
Now, I talked earlier about the Bronx and Sugar Hill. There's two different
histories. Right.
Yeah. Their history is in the park and the DJs and the graphic and all of that.
Like Dougie Fresh and all those guys, yeah.
Our history is being on Wax, the first female rap group from the South to be on Wax. We weren't from New York. We threw everybody off guard. Right. When we came there, Rodney C and all of them was like, who is Cheryl Pearl? Who is this? Who is that? Where did y'all come from? We never heard of y'all.
Right.
Because God was preserving us for something different. And the way that we carried ourselves as females, they all respected us. So you got 3 females until the Funky Four come aboard with Sha Rock. And so Sha Rock is the 4th female on the bus.
That's right.
That's it. There was no more females doing what we were doing at that time.
Right. Now, and just to interrupt you, so we repeat from the last time, guys, understand we just saw a Salt and Pepper's movie. We all love Salt and Pepper, but keep it real, keep it 100. Salt and Pepper is a great hip-hop female group, duo. But the first hip-hop female group right here was a sequence. So you guys need to know your history. This lady right here is the reason why Salt and Pepper has a platform. Just letting you know. Keep it 100. Back to you.
But you know what? I watched their movie. I watched their story. I hate that they left Spinderella out because she's a big part of their life and their history. Yeah. And I also know the original Spinderella that was out there with them. They did mention the sequence name. They did say Sha Rock. They said MC Light in the sequence.
Right.
If you watch the movie carefully, women that came before them. Mm-hmm. So they did do that part in it, but the movie was about them, and I understand that they were getting their thing off. And with people like saying, well, they had to be about 13 when y'all was doing y'all thing, you know, they couldn't be the first, they couldn't be this. You got to be careful when you say the first. You got to be very...
I know DJ Spinderella Didi came into the group when she was 15, I believe, when they signed in. But I believe Salt and Pepper didn't pop until the 80s, if I'm not mistaken. I'm almost positive about that. You guys came in 1979, I believe. So you were just shy.
Yeah. 79 to 86, we were it. Yeah. You know, I think MC Light came shortly after us, and Queen Latifah came shortly after us, and Salt and Pepper.
Right, I'm gonna look that up right now so we don't get that twisted.
I don't know the exact order. And Shantae, Roxanne Shantae.
Yeah, who is awesome. Yeah.
UTFO, and the answer to that, and that put her in that same level of shortly after the sequence. Yeah. This is what came.
1985 was Salt and Pepper. Pretty much when their albums were blowing up. So, see, I got that right. I know my history. And we were talking about a lot. I mean, we were talking about Black Bottom Entertainment, where you give it up to the DJs. You love working with DJs, and I'm glad you said that because DJs do not get the recognition that they
You don't.
deserve. There's only a handful that get the huge recognition. You got the Flex, you got the Kid Caprice, you now got D Nice, and you obviously have a number of others, which I'm sure DJ Diamond's about to throw a list on us. But even Diamond, like Diamond worked with Beyonce and Prince, and because without the DJ, you don't have a beat. You don't have you really need one, and I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
I'm going to give you even more information with the DJs because I was there when Flash and them was putting it together. I was there when people were booing them off the stage because he couldn't stop the record from scratching. So Flash had to go back and find a way to keep that record playing while, because the Furious was on fire. The Furious was, they were all this energy and they were jumping around, and every time they jumped, the record scratched.
Yeah,
and see that's difference between the beginning, because if he hadn't done what he did, they would have trouble out there now trying to be on a stage with rappers that has all this energy and movement and holding that record steady. So Grandmaster Flash, he did that. He was out there, and I watched them night after night. I really felt bad for them because we had a band. We had the Sugar Hill Gang band, and we had always traveled with the band, never traveled with the DJ. Mm-hmm. And so to see them go out there to do their thing, and as soon as the record scratched, now the people are mad, they booing you, they got to get it together, they got to figure out real fast how to make this thing turn around in their favor, and he did that.
Right.
Him and Easy Mike, his assistant, they found a way to turn it around so that they could get on that stage and actually do their business.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
and back then was Red Alert, DJ Red Alert, DJ Hollywood, what's his name? Oh my God.
Forget Hurricane from the Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a lot. Oh, Jam Master Jay.
Yeah, Jay, the ones that were name brand back then, and Hollywood was one of the ones that was name branded that were playing the Fever and play all over New York.
Yeah, he did. He was anointed the phrase "throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care." That was Hollywood.
Yeah,
so, yeah. So many great DJs, and obviously Sequence was an amazing group. And we were speaking about it before. I would love to see you, Angie, and Gwendolyn do a reunion.
Right.
Diamond already knows because he's a part of what I'm doing. If I can help you, if you can get them together, seriously, I'm putting this out there live right now. If you can get you, Gwendolyn, and Angie to come together, I will work with my crew to bring them into the LZIP Global concert in New York City.
Okay, seriously. Well, I'm going to get them on the phone with you so you can explain what it is that you want to do.
Exactly. Well, I want to see everybody's reaction. How would you guys like to see a reunion of Sequence? That's all I'm saying. Our Sequence reunion, and we'll put you guys on with a lot of artists that people know today. And the reason why I do stuff like that, and like I was saying, millennials need to know their history, where these songs come from Ring Ding Dong, all that stuff, how Dre used it. And we were talking about how producers and everybody sample music and the whole nine. And sometimes you don't get credit or paid for it. But with guys like me, I like putting on people of today with people from the past, because once you're an A-lister, you should stay an A-lister throughout your career. Because if you made an impact on any industry, because millennials don't read no more, millennials should really know their history, from music to acting to anything. You know, you mentioned it. Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars sampled "Funk You Up" on Uptown Funk with Romson, correct? So know your history, guys. This is where a lot of that music came from. And
Yeah.
look, people are commenting right now. Make it happen. We would love to see it. I'm telling you.
Mad at us. They talking about that don't sound like Funk You Up, but you got to really listen to the bass line. You got to really listen to. They took the hook. So if you took the hook, you took other pieces into the song. You
Exactly.
say
Exactly.
what you don't know is me and Angie wrote on Apache. We wrote on Eighth Wonder for the Sugar Hill Gang, in the Fast Lane for the Sugar Hill Gang. We wrote on the West Street Mob. Let's dance. I know you got the fever. Let's dance. Come on and get down. We're the vocals of the West Street Mob on that particular song and a couple of other songs with the West Street Mob.
Oh,
So the
wow.
sequence wasn't just sitting there. I was an A&R person at 19. I
Mhm.
Miss Robinson me her A&R person. So every group that got signed after Sugar Hill, I helped get them signed. And
Wow.
these are facts that people don't know about. That Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, the Funky Four, the Treacherous Three, Crash Crew, Spoonie G, Busy Bee, Wayne and Charlie, all of those groups that got signed after the sequence. I was a big part of that.
Right.
I don't brag about it, but I was there, and that was my job. She said, "Cheryl, what you think I should do?" I say,
Yeah.
"Sign them
Cheryl,
all."
back up a little so we can see your beautiful face. I
You got
love women's lips, but I want to see that beautiful face, girl. There you go.
they got signed because only group I didn't have anything uh with dealing with their signing was Mean Machine.
Okay.
I didn't have I was on the road when she signed them. But
Right.
all of the other groups, she said, Cheryl, she said, what do you think I should do? And I said, Miss Robinson, you should sign them because that way we don't have no competition. You know, it's no competition, it's nobody coming up against us. And
Right.
which at that time there was no label stronger than Sugar Hill with this rap things. One time she said, I only want the sequence in the Sugar Hill Gang. I said, but then you leave room for others to come through and challenge.
Right.
You know, but if you sign all of them, you got the best. So this is how the Bronx and Sugar Hill came together.
Right. Yeah. And
And
Boogie
that's
Down
why,
Bronx, home of hip hop. Yep.
because we had the groups there from the Bronx and from Harlem, different places in there, um, that gave them their props to do their thing the best. And we were all competing against each other.
Of
We were
course.
all going in that studio to come out. And I was the head of the A&R department, and I was the head of over who got in the studio.
Yeah.
So they had to come to me to get in the studio.
Mm-hmm. You know
You
what the
know,
great thing about hip hop though? There's so
uh,
many different regions of hip hop around the world, from the Bronx to the South to the West
right,
Coast. The one thing I
right,
love about hip hop is it's a huge genre with different
right.
subgenres. And the reason why I'm saying that is each area, especially in America, has a different sound. I love the West
Yeah,
Coast sound. I love the
yeah,
sound of New York, the Bronx, the whole nine, down south, the whole. I love that. And I don't see hip hop fighting against each other. If anything, I remember when I was a kid, I used to get made fun of. Like I listened to the Fat Boys and Beastie Boys and Curtis Blow. I got made fun of all the time, right?
right.
But now hip hop is the biggest love genre on the planet. So everybody
Yeah.
that kept making fun of me, you can kiss my ass. That's all I'm saying. you know? Um, and you were a part of that and still are a part of that, which I love. Now, speaking of the hip hop world, because we were talking about this before, because we all know what's going on in the world right now with peace and love. We talk about homelessness, giving back. How has your music helped you get through a lot of what you were going through back in the 70s to what's going on today? Do you find any differences? Do you think it's worse because social media is allowing us to more explode in our lifetime right now?
Yeah. Well, in our time, it was different. It was still coming up. Music meant something, meant a whole lot to a lot of people. So when you say, as me being a kid, watch Diana Ross and Miss Aretha Franklin and Miss oh my God, Millie Jackson, I love to death. growing up watching these women, you just want, I want to be Billie Holiday. I wanted to be one of them. You know what I'm saying? And so the music was so good that, and the music that my mom allowed in our house, didn't have cursing in it, didn't have the vocal language that they are allowing to do now. Even at Sugar Hill, Miss Robinson wouldn't allow us to say but certain things.
Right.
A couple of those records got beeps in it, you know, because if you say something too far out the way, you had the churches coming up against you. You had, you know, people saying, I don't want my kids listening to that. So they put beeps in the records. And so now they're allowing any and everything to come on there, where they're selling their drugs through that, whether they're selling through that, whether they're selling whatever they're selling, they put it in their music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And these young kids, they don't know that these drugs that they're talking about is going to kill them later.
Right.
It's going to stifle their growth. And then you got these, where so and so say these, you know, I'm gonna get high off of this here or that or whatever, and then your whole life is messed up.
Yeah.
Because you're following, just like they say, gangster rappers or whatever. But if a gangster rapper ran into a real gangster, he would bow down.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't think that thing that happened with Meek Mills with Tech Nine, when he just ran at him with the phone and started going at him, and TMZ said something funny because the game had a comment about that, and you literally hit it. I really don't see Tech Nine doing that thing to the game as well, because the game ain't gonna have that. You know what I'm saying? You hit it right. When you run into
gangsters, you know your place. There's a difference between real gangster and fairy tale raps versus the real deal.
Right.
You understand? And in fact, in one of my records, I was the one talking about gangster rap. We're not Chic or Sugar Hill. We're not Confunction. We're not the Gap, but we're the Sugar Hill girls with the gangster rap. We're not Chic or Sugar Hill. We're the Sequence girls with the gangster thrill. We're three of a kind, and we're lots of fun. That's the Sequence girls. We're number one. So gangster came out of my mouth before they even start talking about gangster rap. And see, what the kids from California was doing is critique the records and see who's saying what. So when they came with gangster rap, they know the Sequence whole skilo. They know that whole thing. You see what I'm saying? But it came out of my mouth.
Yeah.
It came out of my mouth, you know, and that's the type of Negroes I hang with. It's gangster.
Yeah, me too, man. That's the kind of people I roll with. I got my gangsters. Yo, you know who you look? Yo, I don't know if people are noticing. I want people to co-sign this. You honestly look like you could be a sister of Taraji. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, I just saw you laughing. I'm like, you look like Taraji.
Cheryl, you could be Cookie's big sister in Empire, and I'm like, what are they?
Oh my God! I just noticed it right now.
Yeah, they sure do say that to me. Like, hey, there's something, you know. But I'm much older than her. I could be her mother. Yeah, I could be her mother.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I love her work as well, you know.
Yeah, she's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. Yes. And I just noticed that me and Angie Stone are now friends with each other. So Angie, if you're still on here, Angie, what's up, girl? Angie Stone, legend, just like I love it.
I want to pray for her, you know, because she just lost her mother about a month ago now. And so it's been very sad for all of us because we love her mother, Alna Williams, and her father has passed on. So she feel a little alone, but she's not. She got great friends and family around her, and we love her, and we want to see her, you know, be okay. So y'all pray for her, please.
Well, we're gonna pray, and you want to know something? I will reach out to her, and I'm gonna get her on here as well because, like we were talking about before, these interviews, why I do them, is to keep a positive aspect on life. We're all going through it, but it's about getting to know the artist as a person, getting to know the A-listers as a person, and just having fun. Because when your
That's
fans realize that you're going through what we go through, that's when we step back like, oh, damn, like Cheryl
yeah,
and Angie are humans.
they're
Yeah,
human. That's
just
right.
because they're legends doesn't mean it takes away from the fact that they're women that
Oh,
work hard. They got beautiful souls. They got moms and dads, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters. We're human, guys. That's what it comes down to, man. And I wish more and more people would see that. All this crap going on in the world right now is a bunch of BS. And
right.
as you mentioned before, and thank you for saying that before, you guys may recognize this face. I'm pretty much all over the news around. I've been doing a lot of things with Attorney Ben Crump, working a lot of civil rights cases, supporting a lot of senators, governors. I work with as well, and it's about supporting one another, man. It's about we're human beings, got nothing to do with skin color.
There
And
you
like
go.
I was saying before, I still think racism is the dumbest crap I've ever heard in my life because not to like somebody for the color of their skin. It's the
Crazy.
dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's like jumbo
Cra-
shrimp. Don't even make sense. Like, what do you mean? Like, you go out to the beach to get a tan, but you don't like this person because they are darker than you? Well, guess what? Having dark skin means you got healthy skin, right?
Yeah.
Look at my white ass. I'm trying to get some healthy skin, right? Because when Cheryl gets older, 90, 100, or whatever, she's still going to look 25. But me, when I hit 60, this skin right here is going to turn wrinkly and raisiny. I'm going to look like a wrinkly up prune. And I have to deal with that the rest of my life. That's some bull, by the way. So,
I'm 60 already.
what? Okay. All
Yes.
right.
That's
60
why I say
years young. 60 years young. We'll leave it at that.
I could be her mother.
All right. So
Yeah.
it's all right. It's all right. We have a lot of people showing love right now. Just a great interview. If you guys, again, coming back to it, this is take two. I'm on
Okay.
live feed with Cheryl the Pearl from the legendary group The Sequence. And I have to drop this again. I'm sorry, Cheryl, but I got to give it up to one of my supporters, New York City. New York City Bagel and Coffee House right here in New York City. 3 locations, the best bagel in the world. In Kansas City, I saw your thing before. I'll send you a bagel. I'll try.
Okay.
Now we're back with Cheryl. Just give my drop.
Okay.
Now they can't sue me. Um, so we're talking about so much, Cheryl, the great group, Black Bottom Entertainment. We're talking about what's going on in the world. Um, you have a lot to offer a lot of people. You have a lot of knowledge. You're an amazing woman. I've known you for God, like 7 years now, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you have so many more years left in your life that you can give back. Is this something that you can tell a lot of the ladies out there that are trying to break into the music business, that what they may go through but never give up? Is there some advice that you can give some of the ladies of music?
They have more than we had back then. They can go on the internet and research the business part of the end. If you got the art down pat, then learn the business. Because that will help you along the way. And it's not to say you're not going to make mistakes, because we made crazy mistakes along the way.
Yeah,
And I recognize them and I see them as for what they were. We grew as humans and as good people on the planet. But when you don't know the business, and that's the business in any game, it's not just the music game, it's the business. And respect yourself. You must respect yourself in order to get the respect that is due to you.
facts.
No, you can't do everything that they say do, because everything they want you to do is pull your clothes off to sell your music. Well, music sell without that. If your music is good enough, it's going to sell without you having to go through hoops in order to get your point across.
That's right.
Stay in a respectable lane. Don't let people run you, because they'll run all the way over you and then they'll go on to the next person. Oh, you won't do it, but she will. And it's always she will over there wait and say, oh, she won't do it, I'll do it. I hate to see young ladies, and I watch the TV on this hip hop things, shows that they have, and I hate to see them because it's not about hip hop. It's
Right.
about people trying to prove a point that who's the richest, who got what, whatever. What are you teaching these young girls? You're
Right.
not teaching them how to stand on both of their feet and or to be for their wings for them to be able to fly. You putting dirt on top of their wings.
That's right.
Some of them wasn't raised like that. Your moms didn't raise you like that. You know what I'm saying? So why are you doing that? And why are you presenting yourself as a woman? Because you're not a woman. A woman would never stoop to a certain level. So we got these young people out here trying to show younger people that this is it. It's not it. You're selling your soul for a few dollars,
That's
and
right.
it's not worth it. You're you're
Right.
you're 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 tainting the young souls that are coming up, that are
Right.
listening to this stuff and watching it. That's not real. And these kids need to know that that's not real. It's not real. What you're seeing is people filming people acting an ass.
That's right. It's
And
like, what kind of road are you gonna go down?
girl told you, you can get mad at me all you want to, but grown women act like grown women, and they do not leave room for anybody's kid to get slaughtered. So stop leading these kids to the slaughter booth. Did I
Fact.
say enough? Okay,
I
and I
think
mean what
I
I
think you said enough. I'm just mad because I really want. You know what? Fine. I won't drop my drawers no more. You know what? You just ruined it for me, Cheryl. I wanted to drop my drawers. I wanted to do my thing. Even Bindi was like, "Nah, Todd, don't do that. Don't do that." And fine, I
but
won't do it. I won't do it.
yeah, just saying that's if that's your lane, you stay in your lane. But if you're gonna grow up and you're gonna have your own children, and when they look back over your life and this career that may have put a lot of money in you, they have taken snatched your soul from up under your feet,
That's right. I agree with that
and
100%.
it's
100%.
very hard to get back once you cross that line.
Cheryl,
That's why they see Blondie, Angie, and Cheryl. They're looking at women, full grown women that will not stoop to any level for anybody.
well, hopefully I can get you three women back together and
We're
show
gonna
these
work.
youngins what it's all about. And I have a feeling that sooner or later, I got a feeling if I know you, we're going to get on the phone this week and we're going to talk.
Yeah,
I think we're going
we're
to
gonna.
have a talk. I'm definitely going to work out trying to get an interview with Angie to talk about everything because she has a lot to talk about. And
Angie has a and have had a beautiful career. Have
yeah,
put some messages out there that all women could listen to and learn from. And I just think she just did an awesome job.
yeah, I think
She did
all
a
three of you
wonderful job.
did. All three of you
Yes,
did. All three of you
yes,
did. Angie, I can't wait to talk to her. She's amazing woman, legend. You're a legend, Gwendolyn. Thank you for all the great music over the years, and just thank you for being you. And the best thing about talking to you and knowing you is that no matter how big you get, no matter how successful you are and the people that you're around, I'm blessed to be around people like you that are just humble. And you
yes.
never lost who you were from the get.
From the
And that's
gate.
why you're easy to work with. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you were a jerk, probably we wouldn't even be doing this interview because people know me and Diamond can vouch for this and a lot of the other celebs that know me. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care
Thank you.
who you're connected to. If you're
And
not
neither
a good person, I cannot
I
rock with you because I'm telling people this is who I rock with, which pretty much means this is the type of person who I am. I can't get with
right.
that.
That's
I
how
can't
I
get with that
feel.
at all. And we're going to have that talk this week. So, as you guys know, we're talking with Cheryl the Pearl. You can find her at original Cheryl the Pearl on Instagram. Definitely go follow her. She's an amazing woman. Follow Angie B. Stone as well on Instagram and Gwendolyn as well. I'm Todd Wharton. You can follow me at Todd Wharton Official. I do a lot more than just a talk show. I'm a civil rights activist. I run New York City's Peace Concert. I'm an event producer, public speaker. But look me up because you'll see the proof. Because too many people are dropping too much bull. But if you're
Yes.
credible, you're Googleable. Remember that. If you're credible, you're Googleable. Think about that. Anybody, you know what I'm saying? So
So
I got
that's
to
like,
talk. I got. So while I got you on here, I got to talk about obviously tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I'll be speaking with DJ Diamond the Artist, legendary DJ from EPMDs, worked with Prince, Beyonce, and the list just goes on. And he's just as humble, and he's one of my best friends, like Cheryl is, which I can't wait to have on. And then following the week, we do have great guests that we're going to have on as well. We're going to be talking to Keith Shockley from Public Enemy on Wednesday. Thursday, we have Lou Playa. Lou Playa is the co-founder of Reverb Nation, huge music platform. And then Friday we're going to be talking to Lakeisha Sutton, who was a former women's WNCAA star who turned Harlem Globetrotter and now owns and runs a charity called Fan Favorite to help, people in the sports world. So we have a great lineup. And then I got to tell you this while you're on right now, March 5th, Amazon Prime is the release of Coming to America. And I have right here on the premiere, I have John Amos and his son Casey we're going to be talking to, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I got everybody coming through. So, Cheryl, I love you, girl. I love your smile. Taraji ain't got nothing on you. No, I'm just playing, Taraji. You know I want to have you on. But you are such a sweetheart. You are an inspiration to a lot of people. You are a legend, and you'll continue to be a legend because at the end of the day, a legend is not about the music or anything that you do on a screen. A legend is somebody that you can look up to and appreciate and aspire to be. And Cheryl, I believe you definitely run in the legend category. So thank you for being on the show. All right. I'll be re-sharing this show in a couple of minutes that everybody can rewatch, and I'll post a little comic thing on the story. But you can always follow Todd Wharton Official to watch FaceTime with Todd Wharton Monday through Friday. And like I tell everybody else, Cheryl, as I end the show, if you're not living a passionate life, then whose life are you living? Guys, have a great night. God bless you. All right.
Bye-bye. Bless you. Bye-bye.